All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. We are back. It is time for our Artist of the Week interview, man. And this week's Artist of the Week interview is checking in, man. He just dropped a really dope project that's going to be titled Rap Basil or Basil, wherever you're from, located from. I heard people say it both ways.
Yes.
Um, you can also hear his show here on the KKSJ Kawanje Radio on Monday afternoons, man. It's called Up Top Radio Show. That's a really dope show too. We'll get into that, man. But checking in right now, he goes by the name of Offishall, and he is live here in the mixtape show, man. What's good, brother? How you, man?
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Congratulations, brother. Rap Basil or Basil,
Thank
depending
you.
on where you're from. Like I said, it depends on the
Yes.
accents out here. I've heard it from both ways.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Me too.
how does two officials say it, man? So we can do it your way.
Man, I say rap basil,
There we go.
rap basil, whichever one you like, man. However you pronounce it, it's up to you.
Yeah, man. It's a kind of a play off of the Art Basel out in Miami too. I know that's a big event
Hmm.
now, and and like you said, man, it's the musical version of that with this project, brother. Congratulations on the release of that, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but real quick, man, why don't you let the peoples know, brother? Just kind of your city that you rep from, man, and just how long you been doing this thing in the game, man? Because I know your catalog is crazy and your resume is
Man,
dope too. Let's get into that.
man, I represent that 312-773-708. That's Chicago. Um, I've been doing music, man, since I was 13, 14 years old. Um, so I've been around this for a while. Not nothing new. Backwards. It ain't nothing new. Just stay in the course. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like in life when you quit, that's the moment you fail.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I ain't never want to fail, and I ain't never want to be a failure. I don't raise my kids that way, so I can't quit.
yeah, yeah. And how long you been doing this? We would say professional. I don't want to say professional, but when did you start working on those 10,000 hours to perfect your craft? When did you start that?
Man, my 10,000 hours started young. Like my 10,000 hours started at 15. Like I was on the tours with uh, Grammy nominated poets and playwrights, and you know what I'm saying. So I got in the game early. So I got my 10,000 hours came in when people were still going to school doing homework.
You was doing extra credit, right?
Hmm.
Dope, man. And yeah, you got like a unique taste too, man. And as far as your music, you know what I'm saying? Because some people like to stay in their box of what they listen to, what they produce, or what they put out there. But I noticed that you do your things for the boom bappers out here, but then you'll do your stuff, yeah, where you'll experiment with some joints here, and you'll do some stuff over here that we may be familiar with on the radio now, man. So, as far as your musical taste, man, who are some of the people that you kind of was chopping it up with, or just studying coming up?
I mean, I'm from Chicago, so we get everything. It's
Mm,
not one sound that we don't get. We
mm,
are a consumer market, so they want us to consume everything that they put out.
mm,
But musical influences, you know what I'm saying? Of course, on the production side, I gotta say Kanye, Dre, Derringer, DJ Premier, Alchemist. Um, but a lot of my musical influences really on being creative come from the classical stuff, the classics, the stuff that we sample today. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
That's really most of my inspiration because how they was composing those records and playing that live is like, yo, makes you really appreciate the art of music.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And this new project you just dropped, man, it's a banger, brother. It's I would say, and it's crazy. I'm talking to you to this night too, because I wrapped the interview with the homie Soul Messiah, and
Hmm.
it's dope that I got two producers on the same night to do this. But same as his project and yours too, man. This is the indie DJ Khaled album that we need. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Where
yeah.
we don't have to have all the superstars and the celebrities on the project, but you using your platform to merge some heavy hitters, and you got some artists on there that we may not be too familiar with, and you're giving them the shine too. So this is
Hmm.
that project that we needed, and that's done purposely, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's made by design. One big thing that I was big on when I was even creating this Rap is Art, Rap Basel, um, Top Tier Basquiat is just all about me just merging sounds that you wouldn't normally hear but complement each other and bringing the new school flavor with the old school flavor.
Mm, yeah, and one example of those joints is you got the Mona Lisa joint with
Oh yeah,
Greater God
Capadonna
and
and Great God.
Capadonna. Yeah, yeah. You putting together two schools and letting them work together, man.
Yeah,
Um, when you was putting this together, who's the surprise that you got on this project that you was like, man, I'm just throw this out there. Hopefully they'll say yes to it. Who's the one on here that you was like, oh, they did say yeah.
Smoke Dizza. Cause like anybody that know me, like I go crazy on promo, so I put the track listing out early.
Mhm.
Just to show people like I ain't playing. Like anybody I ask for a verse, if I ain't got it back now, you can keep it. But I was sitting there and I'm like, yo, I gotta have a wow factor on there because I can't let people think they know the whole project. Like so when I reached out to Smoke Dizza and he was like, yo, just send it through, bro. I got you. And the
Yeah.
verse came back with the hook and the verse. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, Kush God, I hear you. I hear you on this one. Let's make this a classic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
like I tell people, that whole album just started verse by verse. Like no track was really designed the way it ended. You know what I'm saying? It all started with a verse, and then it came with another idea. Like so,
Yeah.
everything was built brick by brick. Man, you appreciate the house when you do it brick by
Yeah.
brick and get your hands dirty.
And what you're saying that, man, it sounds like how I'm taking that is, you were very open to being open-minded too. Like you said, you may have had one idea when you sent it out, but when it came back, you was like, oh, wait a minute, let's flip it a little bit or let's change. So
Yeah,
that means that you were open
yeah,
to collaboration, which, it's I know it's always a back and forth these days with producers and artists, you know what I'm saying, where artists feel like they know what they know how it is, and producers feel like they know how it is. But when you got somebody like yourself who you can kind of see the bigger picture and you're willing to make some changes
yeah,
on that, that's dope, man. That's definitely a dope thing. Um, Styles P, Rod Digger, like you said, Smoke Dizza, Greater God,
man.
Capadonna, XP to Marks, like you,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
This is like I
Experience
said, brother.
marks,
This
man.
is
You
this is
know
the
what I'm
indie version
saying?
of the Chronic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I feel like the underground is missing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Big Ghost, but I feel like this is what the underground been missing. Like, wait,
Mhm.
and then it's only gonna get better. Like, wait till I take it to the next level and turn it up even more. Like, I'm just being humble right now. I
Yeah.
haven't got back into that old bag when you know what I'm saying. Like I just tell people, like this just to humble me.
Mhm.
So imagine when I really tap back in on these records and get to talking greasy on my DJ Khaled on this underground scene because ain't nobody doing it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So but that's the next tier to this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to them level by level so they can see the growth. You give it to
Nice.
them all at one time, they won't appreciate it.
Nice. When did you start putting this together? When did the idea hit you to put something like this together?
Uh, Last year around this time, I was in Buffalo.
Okay.
I had uh Conway. I flew out to Buffalo to get with Conway on drum work, and just the camaraderie around them guys really had inspired me to come home and put together this project. Like because I feel like in my market we don't have that unity like they got in a market. We won't
Mm,
catch all our superstars in one room or one building together,
hmm.
cohesive, talking, conversating, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get that. So that was a feeling that I never forget, and I want to bring that to music and unite Chicago artists with New York artists so they can start having that bridging that gap.
Yeah. Yeah, and you brought up Buffalo. I love what I love about their movement is because I'm originally from New York. I'm from Queens, so I'm from the
Okay.
boroughs. So, man, if New York, the way they treat the artists is if you're not from the boroughs, you're not from New York. And I
Yeah,
love how the Buffalo scene basically was like, all right, bet.
cool.
You know what
We're
I'm
gonna create our own
saying?
lane. We'll take it up. We'll
Bet.
make our own way.
Exactly. Bet now they don't have no choice but to, come through Buffalo now to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said,
Exactly.
it kind of has that Atlanta feel to it where
Yep.
if you're from Buffalo, if you're from that area, they're gonna back you, 100 times now. Just like
Yep.
Atlanta do, they'll pull up their artists from out there and put them on and stuff like that. So that's definitely a beautiful thing to see. And
Definitely.
with you being the person you are, because I don't want to say you just a producer because you're not, man. I see you as a person in business. I see you as a you know what I'm saying, you work the business, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But I also noticed too about you is you're really good at networking. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And talk to the artists out there who maybe listen to the show, the importance of networking, man, because you don't put together a project like this with this track listing without
Man,
being having a good relationship with a lot of these people. You know what
man,
I'm saying?
that's the key to the game. Your relationship and your face card can get you a long way than that money can. Just your net worth is your network. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your network. I'm only as good as the people that I can call up and they pick up the phone for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only like as to the word, I'm only as good as what they seeing on that project.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta remember that. You gotta keep feeding these people. You gotta keep adapting and keep going hard and keep networking because ain't nobody got to where they wanted to get to by staying in the same circle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You think, yeah, you can go home, you can get home every day going the same route, but don't you think you might want to take a different route to have a different scenery?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the key to networking is, man, take that alternative route. You get as many. It's like I tell people in the industry, you can get it. You can get it multiple ways. Just choose what you define as success.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying. Like right now, the radio station is doing well. If it's all on what you define as successful.
Mm-hmm.
What is comfortable to you. Your level of success might not be my level of success.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what's comfortable with you. And then don't ever forget about, I just tell people this, you can never burn a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
You can burn a bridge, but it's
Mm-hmm.
up to you to rebuild that bridge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes in music and life and personal, we have things that's going on that we don't understand in the moment.
Yeah.
And we think rational, irrational. So at the end of the day, you can always burn a bridge, but you got to be man enough to be able to go back to that across that bridge to repair that bridge that's been burnt.
Absolutely.
And then that all come with accountability. So with network, you got to be accountability. You got to be accountable. You got to be trustworthy, and you got to be dependent. Because if you can't the person that you if you can't be dependable for a person, you're useless.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't care about how much money you got, how much talent you got. If you're not dependable, you shooting yourself in the foot. You running in circles.
Absolutely, exactly. That's I tell people that all the time, man. You got to be available. And you got to be ready to answer the bell when it's time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I done seen me personally. I've worked with artists where I can use it. This show. To me, I love what I do with this show because it's a networking tool for our other artists too. I just don't do it for me.
Yeah.
I want artists to listen to these interviews to get some jewels. So if they hear something, they may come to me and say, "Hey, man, when so and so was talking about this, man, what did he mean by that?" I said, "You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
How about I connect you with him and he can tell you himself, you know, that type of situation." And we done had it to where we help people out and put
Yeah.
them in the spot and they blow the opportunity. And I tell them it's not me. You know what I'm saying? That person is always gonna come back to me and do work with me because I showed them
Yeah.
that I'm good for my word. It's on
Yep.
you, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
on
So
you.
you know what I mean? You gotta be dependable, you know. And I notice you do that too now. I've been noticing you on your social media. You use your social media as that kind of you drop some jewels to artists out here because you've
I
been there,
mean,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like in life, like in my when I understand my calling is to be able to bridge people together and teach.
Mm-hmm.
So any way I can give you game or insight so you don't go through some of the mistakes I went through early on my career,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm gonna try to help you because I know, like I see it every day. Look at what Glorilla going through, like
Absolutely.
all because she didn't know the game or she didn't have nobody around her to teach her the game to teach her how to be 100% independent first.
Mhm,
Like I
mhm.
tell people, it only costs you $300 to be an independent artist.
Yep.
Ain't no $5,000 video. You know what I'm saying? Spending 600 on a video shoot.
Yeah.
Nah, it
Yeah.
take $300 to sign yourself
Yep.
to own everything.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But
Absolutely.
people want to skip those steps and want to be shining.
Yep. That's what I said. The two big steps you do is register your work and get you and create your own publishing, right?
Man, man, you create those two, you'll never fail.
Exactly.
Man, man.
Yeah, yeah, don't.
I tell people, imagine, look at your streaming royalties that you get from your distributor,
Hmm.
and think about all the other money you left on the table because that's only one portion.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So if you looking up every money, you getting six, seven, eight, $900, $2,000, $3,000. Imagine how many more checks you got, 5 or 6 more checks like that sitting around monthly that you don't even know nothing about.
Yeah, yeah,
So while you sitting there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I tell artists, learn the game, man. Be a student of the game. Anything you wanna be great at, you gotta be a student. The day you stop learning, the day you might as well kill yourself
absolutely.
because you
Yeah,
injuring yourself. Once you feel like you know it all, just kill yourself because you never know it all. You're gonna learn something to the day you leave this planet.
yeah. And the way the labels and the big boys, the way they
They
move
steady
now.
learning. They
Yeah,
learning on the fly.
and as they learn, they moving them shells around too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying?
mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
moving them shells around. So we gotta, we already 2 or 3 steps behind because they get the privy of the closed door
Yeah.
meetings and stuff like
I
that.
mean,
You know
at
what I'm
the end
saying?
of the day, they own 90% of the things that we cherish and
Mm-hmm.
worship.
Mm-hmm.
So they always gonna be ahead of the curve until we worship something that we own. So we
Exactly.
build our own black independent streaming platform and really support it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Until we build our own black distribution network where all artists can come through and distribute their music here. You know what I'm saying? And we teach financial literacy and publishing and you know what I'm saying? Until it come to that state, bro, it's always gonna be what it is right now.
It's always gonna be, yeah. It's always
You
gonna
can
be, yeah.
easily trick a fool that you don't teach.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
So
Absolutely.
the easiest way for me to get over on you is to not teach it to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. And we got all this information out here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And some people just choose not to research. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Um, so with all this, like, well, speaking of that, man, with you having all of this knowledge and stuff, does it even surprise you anymore of as many people who aren't prepared when it comes to, like, if they approach you and they want to do business and I know you probably have a few little questions you may ask them on the front end
I
just to see
mean,
if they're ready.
I ask artists 3 questions. If you can't answer these 3 questions, then we can't do no business because
Mhm.
we can't get no money together.
Yeah.
Even if I like your talent, at the end of the day, we can't get no money together. At the end of the day, you're gonna feel like I robbed you because I had to teach you the business.
Hmm.
Because I'm getting all my royalties, but you ain't seeing none because you ain't know no better.
Yeah.
So at some point you gotta take the groundwork. Even if some artists that I liked and I was like, yo, you do these 3 things within a week and you show me that you serious, then we might be able to do something. But
Mhm.
if you can't go and get your publishing and your composers, you know what I'm saying? If you can't go and get that stuff done in 2 or 3 days or in a week's time,
Yeah.
what is you doing this for? You can go buy all this weed and smoke on your camera and buy all this designer belts and shoes and look like $1,000,000, but you can't put $2 in your craft.
Exactly. Exactly, man. I feel you on that one, brother. It's sad sometimes, and you can tell who they are. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
definitely tell who
yeah,
they are.
yeah.
You shooting visuals for this project?
Oh yeah, we working on the Smoke Dizzer joint. Just got off the joint with Smoke off the line with Smoke Dizzer, so I'll be going up to NY
Mm,
shooting that joint soon. I got a few clips of Styles P in the studio recording his No Games verse, so we finna get a few visuals together.
yeah,
Working on the Fuego bass, the bass video. So yeah, we got a couple visuals coming real soon.
yeah. Prior to this project right here, how long has it been since you put in like a body of work?
Before that, I dropped Rap is Art. This is
Okay.
my second one this year. You know what
This
I'm
year.
saying?
Okay.
So,
Okay. All
so
right.
I just felt like Rap is Art was slept on because people didn't understand the concept. So
Mm,
I'm like, yo, let me hurry up and get these people Rap Basel so they can understand like this is not a game. Like I'm not playing. Like
yeah.
you gonna see it now. You know what I'm saying? Let me wake people up because I feel like they slept on it. And one
Yeah.
thing that Rap Basel has done was make people go back to Rap is Art and listen to it and stream it more. And you know what I'm saying? So I respect it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you're doing your job, man. Like I said, you getting the people that's a little late to the game. They gonna always go back and what I'm saying, especially if you reference the previous work, they're gonna always go back and check that out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now you setting them up to hit that 7-10 split. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And hit them with the
Yep.
next joint.
Yep.
Um, 2023, man. What's some of the goals that you got on your board that you want to do?
Man, 2023. Um, another major distribution. Be looking out for, you know what I'm saying, another major project. Be looking out for vinyl deals. Be looking out for, you know what I'm saying, a full merch. Be looking out for the Rap Basel Tour 2023. Just be looking out for new advancements. Catch me in your city, man. I'm gonna be DJing, doing live beat sets, merch. Just finna just take this thing to a whole nother level. Really get
Absolutely.
out here and touch these people 2023.
Absolutely, absolutely. And besides the music, man, you also you have your platform on radio. We carry the show, the Up
Yes,
Top
sir.
Radio
Up top
Show.
show. Yes, sir.
And that's an important thing for me too. I always a lot of my artists that I work with, I tell them, the music is one thing, but let people know your personality. Put together a
Yeah,
podcast, put together
yeah,
you can even put together a 30-minute radio show. Just do something and I'll give you the
yeah,
free airtime. I don't care about that. I just want people to see you in a different light. How
yeah.
important is that for you when people see that side of you as well outside of the
I mean,
music?
it's very important because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to put me in a box. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a producer. I'm not just a radio personality. I'm not just a fashion designer. I'm not just a business coach. Like I do a lot of things, but I'm good at a lot of things. So I
Mhm.
just want people to be understand like he's well rounded. He's an entrepreneur. He's a well rounded individual that you can call on when you need answers.
Mhm.
Period. No matter what field it is.
Yeah, dope, man. And how can social media? How can
And
we
then
follow you?
the up top show, man, it was like that's my baby. Like
Yeah.
that happened, that came about, and then it was just like, yo, I'm just gonna keep it going. Like, be
Mm,
on the lookout for the new interview with Kevin Gates dropping
nice.
very soon. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting some nice interviews lately, so y'all just stay tuned to the Up Top Show. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. Up Top Show, two official, the number two Offishall. Two official everywhere, man. You can just pop it in your Google, everything will pop up. Rap Basel out right now. Make sure y'all get y'all exclusive rich merch. Get
Hmm.
y'all Rap Basel pins. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get y'all official Rap Basel CDs. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They out right now, man. So everybody just tap in. Make sure y'all get that merch. Head over to unbreakableheartsclothing.com. Get y'all some official two official merch. Hit that two official tab. And y'all can see a lot of my exclusive design by me. Man, so y'all go ahead and tap in unbreakableheartsclothing.com. And don't forget to check out Rap Basel. Don't forget to check out Rap is Art. And most importantly, don't forget to tune in every day, man, to the latest radio show in the city
There we
with
go.
my boy. You know how we do it, man. Y'all tap in with him right now.
There we go, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you, brother, for what you do, man. I love the show, listening to it. The music is definitely dope, man. So we definitely gonna play some records off the project. We already got you. I got the whole album loaded up
Oh, yeah.
on the radio station. So
Yes, sir.
we gonna give you these spins, man. We want to shout out before we get out of here, brother.
Man, I want to shout you out, man. I appreciate you for rocking with me from day one. All the supporters that's continue to rock with me, all the new people, you know what I'm saying? Salute y'all for getting in tune with me. Salute y'all for finding another gem, a diamond in the rough that's finna shine like the world, man. To officially here.
There we go. It's definitely a project I think the audience needs to tune into, man. Like I said, it's definitely you got a little bit of everything on there as far as the type of artists on there. The
Yeah.
music, the instrumentals are dope on here, the production is dope. And like I said, man, I can't wait to hear the next level of where you're gonna take this one at, man.
Man, y'all be on the lookout for top tier Basquiat, man. That's all I can tell you. Top tier Basquiat. Taking it to a whole nother level with that one. So man, just be prepared.
There we go, man. He goes by the name of Two Official. We appreciate him joining us here in the mixtape show. Go check out that new project. We're gonna play a couple joints off the album here after this interview, man. And brother Kick, stay in touch, brother. And like I said, I'm a keep linked up with you whenever you do your travels, man, because we move around a lot too with the show. And
Yeah, bro.
me
We
me and
need
you
to
hit me and you hit a lot of the same cities, so I'm gonna have to try to link up with you one of these good times.
yeah, we
And
got it. Let's put something together because I definitely that's another thing that I want to do. Also, when I do the Rap Basel tour next year, I definitely want to take the Up Top show on the road, do some interviews. So let's figure it out. I know you out that way. I'm working on some shows out that way. So let's put it together.
definitely, man, definitely, man. I'll tell you some stuff here off air too, man, and we'll link up, man. He goes
Okay.
by the name of Two Official. He's our guest this week on the mixtape show. Check out the project. We're gonna play a couple joints off the album now, and we will be right back. Peace.
Peace.